welcome to another edition of After the Whistle. It's the last show of the month. We are at the end of the June. We got blurry vision over here.
Yeah, my left eye's acting up today. I don't know why. Don't mind me.
we got a lot to talk about. NBA draft happening. This is NBA heavy. This is gonna be an NBA heavy show. So, I mean, if you're one of those folks that like baseball, football, and soccer, well, we'll get to it when we get to it. But right now, we're gonna talk about the NBA draft. And to no surprise, Zion was picked with the #1 overall pick in Thursday's draft, and the Pelicans are putting together a nice little squad.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I mean, have Zion, then you got the Ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lonzo Ball, and who else?
You got Josh Hart.
Basically half the Lakers roster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just the youth. And I want to say there's excitement with the Pelicans now compared to when Anthony Davis was trying to leave. Now they see like, all right, he's left. Now that we got some young youth.
Yeah, because they didn't know where they were going. They had no idea where they were going. But I mean, Zion is bringing a lot of marketing. He's bringing a lot to the city, and that's good for them. Granted, they need it. I mean, we'd like to see Zion in a bigger market, but New Orleans is not a bad place to play basketball. It's not a bad place to live either. It's
he's gonna bring more attention to the Pelicans than AD did, just because he's actual superstar. Not
Since
saying
high school.
on the court, but just from the public eye.
Yeah.
AD was cool, but he was cool. Like he wasn't Zion.
Especially when AD was coming out of high school, he wasn't seen. He wasn't projected to be to be what he was, because he was still a project when he came out of. Because he went from a point guard to
point guard, to center, power forward.
And Zion, he's been, social media sensation since probably his sophomore year of high school with all the social media dunks that video people be posting. So he's bringing that, and it helps that he's good at basketball.
That too, and with AD, it was like even come out of Kentucky. He wasn't as heralded as Zion is now. Granted, they won a championship. What do you average, like 15 and 10?
Yeah.
So like a double-double, but Zion's like a physical specimen.
Yeah.
And social media and all these social media sites help, gas up.
Yeah, I think his skill level coming in is a little bit better than AD's offensively. I mean, AD, he was more of a defensive player, and he could, he was just taller than everybody.
And he was like a glue guy too. Like he kind of just did a little bit of everything. He didn't really score as well as he does now. His jumper wasn't where it was now.
Yeah.
And he had a whole bunch of other players around him in Kentucky.
Yeah, and then New Orleans, they did a bad job of putting pieces around him. But I mean, it looks like they're learning from their mistake, because the way this team is settled, granted, there's going to be a lot of growing pains for them, but maybe they'll be surprised, because they do have some of those guys. They're going on their third year. They still got Drew Holiday. I mean, maybe they might sign Julius Randle. They might re-sign him, but he declined his option. But those guys, I think, because Lonzo Ball, we know he loves to do is pass. He loves to pass. And Zion likes to run the floor. You put those two together, and it's just going to be like Showtime Laker excitement type.
I definitely could see that. And like I said, you give up one player and you get a whole team, it's always going to be a positive. It's always going to be a positive.
Yeah, it was also, I don't know if you watched the whole draft, but he had everybody in tears with his speech after the draft, talking about his mom and all the sacrifices that she gave to him. It was like we were seeing a whole different level of NBA players emotionally.
For him to be so looked at so high and so the superstar, he's very humble. He has a lot of humility, and he just showed it that he never forgot where he came from.
Yeah.
And that's a strong reminder, because when you're at that stage and you think you're the reason why you got there, you have to remind yourself that if it wasn't for your parents or whoever helped you get there, you wouldn't be there.
Yeah. Yeah, so kudos to the Pelicans. They're definitely going to be one of the most exciting teams to play when they come to Boston. I'll be at the game. I'll be there. Tickets are going to be crazy, but I'll be at the game. All right, with the #2 pick, Ja Moran, we all know he was going to Memphis. They traded Mike Conley Jr. They got Ja. Do you see Ja's daddy looking like he was in the player haters ball?
Death.
That man looked like an old school player coming out of there. He looked like he calls everybody young blood and still says cat daddy. What I think, cat daddy? But I think this was another solid. The Grizzlies, they're putting together a solid team too, because now you got a nice point guard. You got good wing player in what's his name?
Young Jackson.
Yeah, Jared Jackson Jr. So that you got some pieces there too. They got some other young players too that play well together. I mean, the guy from Oregon, the shooter, Dylan Brooks.
Oh, Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks, he's still on there. He can shoot the ball. So they're putting together a nice little core, a nice little young group of talent.
It's crazy how you said Dylan Brooks because he was like All-American a couple years ago. Now you barely hear about him, which is crazy. This just shows how great the NBA is in terms of skill level. But John Moran, I say for one, the Grizzlies they got what they needed.
Yep.
Because it's one thing I know is that with this draft, a lot of teams are getting what they actually need compared to just doing ridiculous drafts, ridiculous picks. You know what I mean? So they got rid of Conley, and they got Ja.
Yeah.
I mean, he's bigger, taller. We don't know how well he is as a point guard yet at this level.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's definitely the great pick.
He's shown progress from his college career because I mean we weren't hearing that much about him his sophomore year of college, and then last year he kind of took off and came into his own zone, and it just helped. I think the thing people say he just got to work on his defense and his decision making, but of course you're a point guard, you're gonna learn that, especially pace of the game in the NBA is a whole lot different than college basketball because you come to the league and you have a old vet and you think, oh, this guy can't guard me, and then next thing you know he's got 30 and 10 and you're like, how did he just get 30 and 10 on me? So,
and he's gonna have to strap up every night just because in the NBA there are no off nights for guards, especially at the point.
Nope. Especially in the Western Conference too. He's in the Western Conference, so he's got to see Dame 3-4 times a year. He's got to see Russ 3-4 times a year. Chris Paul 3-4 times a year. Steph 3-4 times a year, and then you got dogs like Patrick Beverly and all those guys, and then Luka Doncic. He's in his own.
I think with him, he just look in the mirror every day.
Yeah.
And just realize it's all about pride when it comes to the defensive end.
Yeah.
They all can score in the NBA. You get paid to play, you can score.
Yeah.
But who can you really stop from scoring?
And I think Memphis, with their culture, I think defense is one of their keys with just the culture of Memphis basketball.
It's called the Grindhouse, right?
Grindhouse.
Grindhouse, right?
Grindhouse.
Yeah.
It came back to me
You know
last
it
week too.
all right, cool.
and grind. But yeah, I like what they did in the draft. It was a solid pick, and Jaren Jackson, he had a solid rookie season, and just putting him together with another young player, because we've seen in the NBA you need at least two or three players, 2 or 3 stars, and then key role players if you want to go over the top. So they're building right now.
That's kind of been the formula since the NBA started.
Yeah.
Like since basketball kind of was created, I thought because if you notice every championship team, they always have a duo or a trio.
Yeah. Yeah. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. So we'll see what that. But one thing I will say about all these up and coming teams, they are gonna go through a lot of growing pains, but it'll be good for them in the long run. And now those New York Knicks, who you know how I feel about New York basketball and New York Knicks in general, but they picked up R.J. Barrett. To no surprise of anybody, and I think him in his press conferences, he wants that shine. He wants all that pressure that comes with playing in New York. He wants it.
I think him having Steve Nash as his godfather, him watching Steve, in the NBA, I don't know how much he watched, but I'm sure he's seen a good amount of him in press conferences on the court, and probably asked for advice on how to act as a professional.
And his dad played.
Yeah, and his dad played. He's bred for this. You know what I mean? So he's ready.
Yeah, and I don't say a lot of positive things about New York Knicks basketball. I still won't, but with him and Kevin Knox, that's nice because Kevin Knox, he was when he got healthy, he was playing. He was putting up numbers, he was scoring, but now they got to figure out what they're gonna do to put the pieces around them, because one thing we could always guarantee about the New York Knicks is they'll find a way to screw things up. And if we look down 3 to 4 years down the line and RJ wants to get out of there because the management don't know what the heck they're doing, I would not be surprised at all, because that's the Knicks for you.
Yeah.
But they got a lot of guards though.
Yeah.
They got Dennis Smith Jr. They got Emmanuel.
I thought they would trade him.
As of now, he's still on the team. They got Alonzo Trier, I should say. So I don't know what direction this team's going, because they got a lot of similar players.
Alonzo, my guy. I like Trier.
Yeah.
He get buckets.
He's nice. And then you got the free agency comes. It looks like, I don't know if KD or Kyrie's going there. I don't know why they would.
What would make you want to be a New York? I know Kyrie, he's from New York. I get that. But other than that, like, granted, Madison Square Garden, the gym, it's a cool facility. But what makes you want to be part of that organization?
Nothing. There's nothing in the past. I think the last highlight of the New York Knicks was Larry Johnson hitting that phantom 4-point play.
Hit him with the L.
That phantom 4-point play. Every time I watch that, I'm still trying to figure out where the foul was. You watch it. I don't know where that foul was. That was a little sketchy. But that's the last great memory you have of New York Knicks basketball, and probably Jeff Van Gundy holding on to like Alonzo Mourning's leg or something when Larry Johnson.
I'll be honest. I've only heard Willis Reed, right? Was that when he came back out from the locker room, came back out in the court?
Yeah, the ankle.
And Pat Ewing.
Yeah. Lynn Sanity.
And Pat Ewing. So, like, why is this organization looked at as such a stellar organization when they really haven't had success in my lifetime?
Because it's just, New Yorkers think the sun shines.
It's crazy.
The sun rises on their time. They think everything revolves around New York City. They think they're the center of everything. New Yorkers think that.
Entertainment, I'll give you. Yeah. But when it comes to sports, nah, bro.
I mean, yeah, you got the Giants who got those two. We won't talk about that. But the Giants was the last. I mean, they were the last. I think they were the last team to win anything. The Yankees haven't won nothing since 2009. So
I don't talk bad about the Yankees.
I do. Anytime I can.
They got too many chips.
They do, but they haven't been back there in a while. So it's like for a city that's supposed to be the mecca of everything sports wise. I mean, y'all don't produce no winners.
I like mass.
Yeah, not.
Nope.
Especially the New York Knicks. They haven't made the playoffs since 2013.
But why we always hate about them in the news?
Because New York.
And I heard like the gym's like mad dark. It's just like I heard it's a hard place to play too.
Yeah, I mean I've been there. It's an overrated experience. Granted, I went there when the Celtics was playing, so they were all mad at me. Those New Yorkers are mad at me when the Celtics won that game. I'll tell you that. So, but we'll see what the Knicks do. But I don't know. They might just be in rebuild mode as well. So we'll see. And now we talk about our beloved Boston Celtics. If you will follow me on social media or if you are my friend on Facebook, you would see that I voiced displeasure in the Celtics draft. I was not a fan of the Celtics draft, so afterwards I sat back, took a deep breath, analyzed everything. I still don't like the draft. I still don't like their first round draft picks, but here's my reason. You got 6'8", 6'9" guy, and Jalen and Jason. They're like the same position. So you've drafted the same position. That's what they've been doing the past 5-6 years. They've drafted the same position. They're either small forwards or guards. And the guys they've drafted, so far, Tatum and Brown, they've proven that, they got promise. But some of the other guys, I go back, James Young. I mean, he was
automatic though when he got an opportunity.
Yeah,
he just never really got an opportunity.
Yeah, R.J. Hampton. Yeah. Guys like him. We passed on.
He had a great tournament though. I think he got drafted based on the tournament.
Yeah, but Pascal Siakam, we drafted him. We didn't draft him, passed him, and drafted Yabu. And Yabu he barely sees the court. We'll talk about this later. The league MVP, we passed on him for Kelly Olynyk. Now, I'm just not a fan. Langford, he had a lot of hype going into college. He's skilled. He got a lot of skill, but I can't be excited for a guy who played like 5, 6, 7 games in college. He was hurt. I don't know.
I heard he was playing. He was injured most of the season with his thumb, so that's why he had a rough shooting season.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying with the injuries and all that. But I don't think they should have picked him first. But the boy nice and he got a lot of promise. I'm a big Kevin Porter fan. Big Kevin Porter Jr. That boy get buckets.
I was a big fan of Nasir Little. I thought they should have drafted him, but we'll talk about him in a sec. But there were some other players that they could have drafted but I'll believe in this team. I'll see what they do. But if they trade Jaylen Brown because they're going to give Langford the opportunities that I'm going to go crazy. But the other picks that I like, Carson Edwards and Tremont Waters, those guys are dogs.
He's a dog.
Yeah, those two guys are dogs. But now the only problem is we have a lot of guards on the team.
True. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, because all the guys we have are good.
Yeah, that's the thing, too.
Whoever we let go, we're going to have to let him go. Like, no hard feelings, but
Yeah.
Rozier, he finally going to probably get some touches. He might be the slide and start lineup.
Yeah.
And he'll be able to play like the Terry we know from 2 years ago.
Yeah. Grant Williams, he was a good pickup. For that part, at that time in the draft, I was like, I guess. Because 2 times SEC Player of the Year. He was All-American. Guy was a dominator. He dominated in college, and he put up numbers, but still got to adjust. I hope he could get rebounds. That's the one thing the Celtics need, is somebody that can just grab rebounds.
He's an undersized power forward too, right?
Look at him and Langford. They're the same size.
But he's like a physical specimen.
Yeah.
He's a big physical body. So I think,
That's
in the NBA, like, there really aren't any bigs anymore.
Nah,
you know what I mean? So as long as he can get a body on somebody, box him out and get rebounds, he'll definitely be solid in the NBA.
Yeah.
I mean, Zach Randolph ain't never jumped over nobody.
But he did scare people, so.
Oh, yeah. He did wait for the rebound, though.
Yeah. So there's that aspect. But, yeah, I just want to see what the Celtics do in free agency. I'll come around to this draft. Maybe I'll like these players. I probably will like them just because they're, got to support the home team. But, first sight, I was like, I'm not a big fan of who they picked. But Carson Edwards, that boy get buckets. Mm-hmm. And what we need is one thing the Celtics don't have is a lethal 3-point shooter. Somebody that could just, Kyrie, he could, but Carson Edwards, what he was doing in the tournament, it was just like, man.
How does a player like that last until the second round?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, 'cause I'm looking at some of these names.
Yeah.
And they ain't better than Carson Edwards.
Darius Garland got picked number 5, and he only played 5 games.
I feel like they're gonna. I hope he has a great career, but if anybody's gonna have to switch spots, I won't be surprised if it was those two.
Yeah.
Because Carson Edwards plays like a top 5 pick all year.
Yeah.
Do you see what he doing in the tournament? Yeah. Like they don't take that into consideration. I feel like.
And then this other guy, Matisse Thybulle from Washington. I mean, the Wizards picked him up, but I'm like, he's not better than him. Darius Bazley, come on now. Ty Jerome, Ty Jerome's good, but
he good though.
He's like 6'8", so.
I mean, we could have used Ty Jerome too, though, because he plays the 1 and the 2. To be that tall to play those positions.
Yeah. So.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah, we'll see. Quickly before we go to Nazir Little and Bobo, the Hawks, they had a good draft. The Hawks had a good draft. They got a nice squad. They have a nice squad. They with Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, Trey Young.
Oh, don't forget Bruno.
Yo, they got a
Rondo.
They got a nice, and then who's their big man? Is it Collins? No.
Oh, I think it is.
It's actually Collins, right? Yeah, the big man they got, he's nice too. So
yeah, I think it is Collins.
Yeah, Atlanta, they got a nice squad. They got a nice, exciting squad to look out for next year.
I feel like the Pelicans, the Grizzlies, Atlanta, they're gonna have. I want to say they're gonna have reasons for the fans to come to the game.
Yeah.
They're gonna give definitely the fans a reason to come support. They're gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah.
But don't expect too much success until the next maybe 3-4 years.
Except some success this upcoming season, because Trey Young, he was when he figured it out. Second half of the season, he started doing everything. Scoring, assisting, and he got guys he could kick out to. I think Cam Reddish, he got a lot to improve, but just because he was so, overlooked at Duke, and he was like the odd man out basically. So I think he's gonna come in with a lot of motivation, just because we didn't see the full package of his game.
Worst thing is, I think he's the most skilled out of all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Because he played the point in high school. He just had to,
adjust.
Yeah, adjust because he's a better shooter than RJ. So it's one of them guys he could do anything. So you know what? Let's just put him here because this guy can't do this.
Yeah.
So we'll put RJ at the 1. He's not he can shoot, but he's not a great shooter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now there were some players that fell in the draft. Nazir Little, he fell. going into this, he was a lottery. They were projecting him as a lottery, and he fell all the way to Portland at number 25. And I think this was kind of a good thing for him because I think he got put in a good situation in Portland. Because what I've been talking about all along, I've been saying Portland needs a wing. They need a wing, and I mean this guy, because he figured out the college game later in the season because he started. First half, when he first got there, he wasn't shooting much threes. It was just more just using his athleticism, attacking the hoop. And then the second half of the season, he started shooting threes. He started doing pull-ups, and he just started showing the full package.
Yeah, he got comfortable. Some players, it's an adjustment. Yeah. So I think him going to Portland, who's going to be playing behind?
Probably Mo Harkless.
All right, so he's going to be able to learn because he doesn't need to start right away.
No.
Just because of how slow he started in college.
Yeah.
How slow you think he's going to start in the NBA? You know what I mean?
Especially you're in a position where you got to deal with the likes of LeBron, Paul George, and all those type of guys.
So great. It's a great thing he wasn't a lottery pick, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's
that just will give him more motivation too, because you see all those guys that you probably think okay, some of those guys you're better than, and that just gives him more motivation. And who knows, maybe he could put in the work and he'll be a starter. Because Mo Harkless, I think he's a role player. Yeah. Mo Harkless is a role player. He's a good role player. Starter, he's like one of those. He could start or he could come off the bench. He's like one of those type of guys.
I just see Nasir Little I want to say being mentor, but Mo Harkless just because you can just tell it just takes him some time to adjust to whatever system he's playing on, whatever new league he's playing in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to watch how pros act like pros.
Yeah. And a lot of people when they come to the NBA, what they always say is the speed of the game. The speed of the game catches them by surprise. So I think that's a good situation. And you got the two guards that it's gonna take a load off you. You're gonna get a lot of open shots just because teams are gonna be focused on those two.
I mean, if he can get looks like Siakam, that's quality right there.
Yeah, definitely. Another player that went. This was a surprise. Bobo. He fell all the way to the second round, and he was projected as a top 5, top 10 pick. And I guess that foot injury scared a lot of people.
I heard it was more than just the foot injury. It was like foot injury, social media, how he acts, just a whole bunch of nonsense. My thing is, a lot of people were nervous about him just because of his size, his body. We don't know how strong he is. We don't know how much his body can hold up. Yeah. But the man could do it all. Like I was listening to Shaq saying when he coached him, they didn't lose a game. But the boy could shoot, dribble. He's just a little slow, and he's 7'2"? 7'2"?
When he's 7'2".
But how do you drop to the 44? That's disrespectful.
That's very disrespectful, especially for other guys that had injuries too, and for European players that people hardly ever saw too. So it's like, man, I just look at how you pass up a 7-footer that got skills like he does. Like, he has skill. It's not like he's one of those 7-footers that's a project that we'll see as a project. He actually has skill. The 9 games he played at Oregon, he was putting in work. So it's like, bruh.
That's one of them things. I feel like the NBA is known about him and has known Bobo for years, probably. Yeah. So it's one of them things. They probably just know him and know how he acts outside of just basketball and everything else. Because when I was reading and listening about him, they brought everything else other than basketball stuff into it.
Yeah. I mean, they could do that with a lot of players.
With everybody.
Yeah, they could definitely do that for a lot of players. And kudos to the Nuggets because last year they took Michael Porter Jr., and he had the back issues. So, granted, they took a chance on. They're taking a chance on him, and I think he could help that team if he can. If he's able to stay healthy, I think he's gonna be able to.
And he's gonna be learning from Jokic, whatever his name is. Think about it. For you to learn from somebody like that, you guys are both kind of similar, as in bigs that could do a little bit of everything. Yeah. But Jokic just a little nice. A lot nicer.
A lot nicer and fatter.
And he'll put on a little size, but he's gonna be built like his dad probably. Yeah. Just a little bigger. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I mean, it's rare you find 7-footers that got the skill that with guard skills like he does. So I mean, that's gonna be another guy that has a lot of he has motivation for upcoming season. Cause I mean,
somebody said he came to the NBA draft dressed like a supervillain.
Yo, I think he's like Killmonger, his ancestors or something like that.
Yeah, he the new Shaka Zulu.
Yeah. He looked like a villain in Blade or something like that.
Captain, call him Captain Sailor. Dude just too tall, bro.
Right. Oh, he's that black too.
I ain't mad at him, no.
That don't help, man. He looked like a villain, man. That photo makes.
That's why he's 7'2", all that black on.
Yeah, man.
Put the venom web on you.
Oh man. Also, let me give a shout out to Isaiah Roby from Nebraska. He's my cousin's old teammate at Nebraska. So shout out to him. He got drafted right after Bobo. So,
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, so we go. Shout out to him. Let's see what else we got going. What else? NBA awards finally. After it took them forever, we're gonna run through this. To no surprise, Giannis was the MVP of the league. Celtics passed on Giannis because for Kelly Olynyk. That's not Giannis, that's Kawhi who put the pause on Giannis.
His speech was dope. I appreciate his speech.
Just because where he came from. He was selling, him and his brothers were selling stuff on the streets of Greece for some money, and now he came in as a stick figure in the league, and now he went from a stick figure to a league MVP, and a lot of people were saying James Harden deserved it and stuff, but I was like, James Harden was putting up the numbers and stuff, but this guy, he was putting up numbers and they were winning. Like James Harden.
He turned the franchise around. He helped turn it around, so that's why he got MVP. Like James Harden had probably the best statistical, you know what I mean, season we've seen ever or in a long time. But when somebody changes the whole culture of an organization, you know what I mean, you can't beat that. He's affecting people on and off the court. Yeah. So
he's the third youngest to win the MVP, I believe. Derrick Rose and LeBron that were the others. But yeah, I think that's kudos to him. But we weren't surprised. It just it took them forever just to
And he called his brothers ride or dies. I rock with that.
Yeah.
On national TV.
That's hey man, family's everything.
Yeah,
but yeah, congrats to him. I still think he travels a lot and just tries to bulldoze himself over around. You see, I'm still bitter about the Celtics series, but whatever. But congratulations to him. NBA, please bring back press conferences for MVPs and let them celebrate at home and present the trophy at home instead of this dumb NBA awards that nobody watches. Granted, it's just...
I caught the repeat.
Yeah, granted, it's just a reason for people to party. That's legit, the award
They try to make it like the Oscars and the Grammys.
Yeah.
They feel like everybody should have an award ceremony or award night. No.
Most of these guys are vacationing, too, after the NBA Finals over, so... Bring it back the way it was. Nobody likes it. Rudy Gobert was the Defensive Player of the Year. To no surprise, he got the majority of the first place votes. And, I'm just glad he ain't crying no more. He having no press conferences.
Congratulations, you know what I mean?
What'd you say about his outfit though?
Oh, I don't know what I said though.
With the button.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like you gonna rock your stuff on button, you can't be crying no more, bro.
I know, right?
The way, nah. You gonna be crying, you gotta wear that buttoned up with a tie, blazer, button. You know what I mean? Everything. He looking like Miami out there.
I know. He came out there like Miami Vice. He was. He looked like them dudes at the club that be trying to kick it to the young girls and stuff like that. I got with his French accent.
Oui, mon ami.
Oui, mon chéri.
Sounded like Gambit.
Oh, Pepe Le Pew looking self. But congrats to him. I believe this is his first Defensive Player of the Year award. No, second, actually, back to back. Last year he won it, and this year he won it. The other person to go back-to-back was Kawhi, 2015, 2016. Draymond, he was 2017. I'm surprised Draymond only got one. He should have at least three.
Couple.
Yeah, he should have at least three. Rookie of the Year, to no surprise, Luka Doncic. He had a solid Rookie of the Year. He had a solid rookie season. Him and Trae Young, it was close because they both. The numbers were so similar. It was like one was averaging 20 points a game. Luka averaged 21 points a game, 7 rebounds, 6 assists per game as a rookie. Granted, he's been playing professionally since he was 14 and stuff like that. So he was ready for this. So I'm not surprised at him getting this.
I think he got it because he was more consistent all season. Trae came more after All-Star break, started killing. Luka was just consistent, more consistent all year round. That's really all that was.
Yeah, so Luka, Dallas, Dallas got a bright future. I think they're going to offer Porzingis a 5-year max contract, but put those two together, well, they'll see. Yeah, and I heard they're going after, they might be going after Patrick Beverley too. So, one thing we know about Patrick Beverley, he's going to play hard.
And he's a Texas kid.
Beverley?
He's from Chicago.
Yeah,
Chicago. My bad. For some reason, he went. What school did he go to?
He went to Arkansas.
Why did he get to Texas?
It's not far from Texas.
Yeah, but it's not Texas, so.
Sixth man of the year, Lou Williams. This is becoming like the Lou Williams Award. This is the third time he's won it. He won it in 2015 with the Raptors, and last year he won it. Now this year he won it, averaging 20 points off the bench and 5 assists. And Hooper, he's a hooper, man. He puts that ball in the bucket.
Yeah, I don't think he really cares when he gets in the game or if he starts. He's want to play.
Yeah, it's not if he starts.
Buckets.
Yeah, and he finishes the game
and show off for his ladies.
He got 2 of them.
2 like Lou will.
Must be nice. He living that life.
Double fisted.
Yeah, helps to have money too. Broke people can't have 2 women.
No.
That's 2 sets of headaches that you don't want.
Yeah.
That you don't want. We getting off track, but we giving y'all some advice about dating and stuff like that. Stick to one. Stick to one. If you ain't got the money, just stick to one. So congrats to Lou Williams. He did. I'm gonna go to the next person. Pascal Siakam, he won the most improved player. This guy, he was a rotation player last year. He was barely getting any minutes last year, probably spare minutes last year, and then this year he took off, averaging 16 points per game, 6 rebounds, 54% from the field. I just need him to use that left hand a little more.
I knew he was gonna come out and kill this season. I don't know if you know, it's like on social media when they show like guys in the gym, playing pickup and stuff, they usually all play at Rico Hines. Like, you know what I mean? And legit, every time I watched a group of guys, Pascal Siakam was always out there killing. He probably played at the Rico Hines thing all summer long.
Yeah.
And that's a legit example of hard work paying off. Legit, he was there every day, or like every time I saw him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, out there.
Yeah, and it's good that the coach decided to actually make him a key player for their rotation. And yeah, that just shows how hard work. But that's another week back.
But you know what they say though, a winner asks you what you do all summer.
Yep.
So he prime example, busting his tail all summer, and then it's paying off in the winter, some in the spring.
I think he got a tan when he was out there. He might have been playing out in the sun.
He definitely is.
My brother, that dude is black. Also to note, like MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Most Improved, all foreigners. That's how global the NBA is.
What I tell you about Toronto winning championship, good for business.
Yeah.
And so isn't this.
Yeah, he from Africa, so he my next door neighbor. But
and it's the first time that there hasn't been. There's one American that got an award, Lou.
Yeah.
But it's the first time, like, other than that, right?
Yep. And then we got Coach Mike Budenholzer. He won the Coach of the Year for the second time in his career. Last time he won it was 2015 with the Hawks. This year they won it. They had the best record, 60 wins, 22 losses. They were 2 games away from the NBA Finals, and then the Kawhi happened. That's what happened. But
kudos to him helping changing the culture of the Bucks.
But why does it look like he got Botox though? That picture.
Oh yeah, around his crow's feet.
Yeah, he look like he got Botox.
I don't know. I thought his speech was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna cry. Then he just sounded nervous.
Maybe he couldn't cry because
this dude. But definitely, he's part of the
Spurs tree.
Yeah, Spurs tree pop. So man, kudos to him, man.
Yeah, kudos to all those guys that won the award. We just don't like that it took a week after the NBA Finals for them to announce this nonsense, but congratulations to them, and keep on doing what you're doing. All right, before we go to the athletes corner, we go some other NBA news. The Blazers, they traded Evan Turner for Kent Bazemore. I think they traded him because they need another 3-point shooter. Kent Bazemore is like a 36% 3-point shooter. Evan Turner's a mid-range guy. He don't shoot that 3. He's going to Atlanta, so he's going. Atlanta needs a vet like him around. So
he's like another ball handler, another person to get Lillard.
Yep. He came up big in the playoffs.
McCollum off the ball. Yeah. So he's always been like a dual position guy, playing 1 through 3, sometimes 1 through 4.
Yep.
So he's gonna be all right with the Hawks.
Yeah, he's gonna help Trae Young too. He's gonna get when Trae Young's on the bench, he can relieve some of the ball handling duties because I know as a point guard it takes a toll on you when you just have it all.
I mean, even when Trae Young's out there, if he wants to get his shots out, he might have to just go to the 2 sometimes and let what I mean.
Yeah, and one thing
to bring it up.
Yeah, one thing about Turner, he can play with anybody. He can adjust his game. He could definitely. Nobody ever had a problem with playing with him because he's such a team player. Even in college, because he was getting triple doubles left and right in college. So he's one of those guys that can do it all. So good pickup for the Hawks. Blazers, solid pickup. I mean, Kent Bazemore is going to be a rotational player.
A lot of energy.
A lot of energy. The Dat Master is what they call him. So we'll see what they do next year. And Kawhi Leonard and Kevin Durant, they declined their player options. I think like 20 mil and 30 mil, they both declined. So they're both going to be free agency. Free agency starts this weekend. And everybody's talking about where they're going to go, I mean, if I'm Durant, I'd just probably stay. Because, I mean, why would I leave? But we don't know. We don't know what goes on in these players' heads. And then Kawhi, I think he should go. You've done what you needed to do. Get up out of Canada, man. Be a mercenary. Go somewhere else and get a ring. But I'm sure the Raptors going to go hard in trying to re-sign him.
I heard he was actually considering.
I wasn't surprised. If he does, I think he might do a short deal, maybe like 2-3 year deal.
I could see that. I could see him wanting to play with maybe one more year, see if they can go back to back.
Yeah. If he goes back to back, man, we're going to have to put him. We're going to have to elevate. We're going to start talking about him as, where his place as a top player in NBA history is.
It's one of them things, like, I'm sure he doesn't mind going home, but as a competitor, it's like, I got these guys, the team's still the same. Let's see if we can go back to back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'll make that fadeaway. Who knows to even make it to the finals?
Yep.
So.
We'll see. I just want him out of there. I want him out of Canada. Also, in other NBA news, the Knicks were fined 50. Knicks. They were fined $50,000 by the league because they. Let me read this and make sure I have this correctly because this is regarding equal access for media, and the Knicks were fined $50,000 because they were not given access to the daily news in New York. They were a newspaper out there in New York. They weren't given access to them, and somebody over there must have wrote something bad about the team, or it's Jim Dolan having beef with one of them. But yeah, they were fined $50,000 for that. But it's like, bro, you can't be banning media or not giving media access. It's like, come on.
Does he know the rules?
He does, but he thinks he's
$50,000 ain't cheap.
It ain't. Even if you're a millionaire, that's
a nice chunk.
Yeah, but
it's the Knicks, man.
It's the Knicks. It's James Dolan, and that's why they are a dumpster fire. So.
He called them a dumpster fire.
They are a dumpster fire. And lastly, the Rockets. So the Rockets. So we talked about last week about the issues, Chris Paul and James Harden, and now the Rockets want to add Jimmy Butler to that mix. So you're gonna add Jimmy Butler's personality to the personality that you got there. They're trying to do a sign and trade, so they'll trade Eric Gordon and Clint Capella to try to get Jimmy Butler, and then they'll try to give him a deal. But
who's your big gonna be? Capella catches alleys all day. Get rebounds, like
I don't know who that. I don't know.
Why you get rid of Capella?
I don't know. I don't even know where they're gonna get the money.
I think they try to bring Jimmy in to be like a mediator. They arguing. He ain't gonna argue. He's gonna punch you in the face.
Yeah,
he ain't got time for all that.
Yeah, I don't know. Bringing Jimmy Butler into that situation, I don't think that's just the personalities.
He might calm things down,
or make it worse.
I mean. He could.
He could make it work.
But I don't know. I just see. Is he older than? No. Chris Paul's the oldest.
Yeah, Chris Paul's the oldest. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like listening to Chris Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just interesting. The personalities you bring Jimmy Butler in. It's like, come on now. They have to be. We have to.
Maybe they're just scrambling to try to just find something to get them over the hump.
Yeah, they're trying their hardest to find a way to beat the Warriors because you just can't beat them. But I'm like, you keep the team together because they're a wounded duck over there.
I mean, you tell James Harden to shoot the ball every game in the playoffs, every quarter.
Yeah. Our problem with James Harden is not that he doesn't show up for the playoffs. It's when they need him in crucial moments in the playoffs. It was like, where are you? Like, why aren't you shooting the ball?
Where'd he go?
Shoot the ball. So, I mean, yeah. Well, I hope they do this Jimmy Butler signing trade because it is gonna be comedy for me. It's gonna be a soap opera, and I am here for all that because there's gonna be drama in Houston, probably from camp.
I can see that.
And the coach too, so you got the coach factor too, because he's not, Jimmy Butler likes to be coached hard, and Mike D'Antoni seems like he's too laid back.
But I don't know. Sometimes it depends what type of personnel you have as players too, though. Because you probably get on Chris Paul, but can you really get on James Harden? Probably. He seems like one of those that'll ignore you, roll your eyes. You see how they talk about him when he's off the ball, when he doesn't have the ball in his hands. He doesn't even move. Doesn't really care to be part of the system.
Yeah, he just watches.
So maybe Jimmy might have to be a bully on the team.
Yeah.
Either you pass or I make you pass. Which one do you want?
Charles Barkley always says every team needs one crazy guy.
I played with some. I'm not the crazy one, but I played with some.
So I honestly hope this happens because this will be joy for me. All right, we're gonna go to Athletes Corner. Just watch this Athletes Corner. Just watch. Just watch it. We are back with another edition of Athletes Corner. I can't even talk. Oh snap, I can't talk. We got some All-Americans here from the Outlaws. They came here, they're getting ready. They got big things happening with them, so I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Since they're a little nervous, we're gonna get them camera ready. Starting with Angel over here. So introduce yourself.
Oh.
That's Angel. This is Angel. Angel, he a little nervous. Poppy Shampoo in the middle, and Jesse. What's going on, fellas?
Not much.
So what's up? You guys all Americans, man. How you feel?
Good.
All right, tell me about that. When you guys got notified of that, what was going through your mind? What was the feeling like?
It just felt like an opportunity to get noticed, for people to know who I am, what I play, how I play.
Yeah. Same. Now, how long you been playing football?
5 years.
5 years now. Being an All-American, being the Outlaws, you're about to play in the Super Bowl. Tell me about that. Tell me this whole experience for you.
I don't know.
You don't know? You just out there having fun?
It's all about fun.
It's all about fun. What have you been learning about yourself?
I don't know.
You don't know? He don't know. He don't know. We don't know. Angel, you got the nerves out, man? You got the nerves out? So tell what's going on. You're All-American too. Tell me about that, man. That's big, especially for you at this age in your life. Not sure?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you guess. Yeah, you guess. Tell me about football, though. Tell me about why you like football so much. What's football like for you? What will get you motivated to play football?
The challenges.
Like what challenges? Playing, scoring touchdowns, knocking people over. We'll get you. We'll get your blood pressure rising for football for game day. He don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go back to Jesse. So Jesse's he a little not nervous. Jesse, what's going on with you, man? Tell me about your football experience.
I just like hitting people. I run the ball. That's the best part for me.
Yeah. So what's this season been like for you?
I mean, it's been ups and downs. We have our challenges. We have stuff that we're good at, stuff that we need to work on. But it's been going pretty good. Our team's pretty strong.
Yeah, tell me about these two. Tell me what some things that you've seen them improve in their football skills since you've been watching them.
We're not on the same team.
Just by watching.
I don't know.
Yeah. How about him? What's something he's good at that you've noticed if you've watched his game?
Making touchdowns and hitting people.
Making touchdowns and hitting. Is that your forte too? Yeah. What is it about hitting people that that does it for you? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no. Oh man, you guys need to know this stuff. So you guys are just out there playing, not thinking, just going out there and playing. All right, so you guys are going to be playing in the Super Bowl. Going down to Providence, right? All right, talk about that. Talk about the challenges you guys got coming up this weekend.
Just being able to perform and execute plans, get plays right.
Now, the team that you guys are playing, have you faced them before?
No.
No. So what do you know? You know anything about them yet,
No,
or
I
you
really
just
don't know a lot about them.
still? So you guys are just going through the week of practice, getting ready for them and stuff like that. All right. So what's it gonna take for you guys just to come out on top?
Just working hard all practice, all week, and delivering on game day.
Yeah. That's a. Yeah. So I mean, let me get to know a little about you guys. So I mean, who's your favorite football player? You better say Tom Brady. Don't say Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know. There's a lot.
There's a lot.
Odell Beckham.
Odell Beckham. You ain't got the hair like him though. Or the tattoos. Why is Odell Beckham your favorite football player?
Because he can catch.
He can catch. That's it, because he can catch. Is that what you're trying to be, wide receiver? When you get older? But you're a running back right now, right? So, I mean, what's your game? What's your style like as a running back? What's a running back in the NFL that you think you could you got the similar style?
I don't know.
Is it Adrian Peterson? Marshawn Lynch? You're a little smaller than Marshawn though. How about yourself, Jess?
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley? Why Saquon Barkley?
I don't know. I feel like I relate to him. I feel like I run the same way as him. I see stuff like him.
Are you also a pass catcher like him?
Yeah. I mean, when it comes, I catch it, run it.
You catch it, run it.
Yeah.
I understand you play a little quarterback too.
No.
No? Who plays a little quarterback? Which one? You play a little quarterback too? Tell me about that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no. You just out there slinging it. So how's your arm strength like?
Good.
Good? Not great?
Strong.
Strong? How strong? How strong we talking though?
10 yards.
10 yards?
10 yards.
It's stronger than his?
I don't know.
Think it's stronger than mine?
Sure, I don't know.
I don't know. How about coaches? Is he stronger than coaches? No? He could throw farther than you? Nah, I got money on you. I think you got him. I think you got him on that one. But I mean, so yeah. But talk more about the last game. So after the Super Bowl, what else you guys got going on after that?
After the Super Bowl, we have the game in New York.
The All-American game.
Yeah.
Talk about going to New York, and you guys gonna be playing against kids from different states.
Different states everywhere.
Yeah. Just talk about that challenge, because
it's just not knowing anybody. It's just like a blank slate. You got to build from the game. You have to be able to figure out game plans mid-game.
Yeah.
Find strategies.
Now, are you gonna be nervous at all? Just
I don't think
because?
so.
No. Yeah, that's a good thing, because when you're out there, you gotta prove. So you're just going out there to prove yourself that you can compete.
Just show who I am.
Okay. And who are you?
Jesse Gay.
There you go. Now afterwards, after that's all over, you guys in the fall, what else you guys gonna be doing in the fall?
I don't know. I'm gonna just be working on myself, becoming a better player.
No Pop Warner, no nothing.
No, not in fall. It's more like
Working out.
yeah.
All right. How about you over here, man?
After, in August, I'm playing Westland.
Westland.
Pop Warner.
Yeah, Westland, Pop Warner. See, See, me and you can't rock. I'm an East Lynn guy, man. You a West Lynn? Come on, man. You know what the best side of Lynn is, right?
The West Side.
Come on. West Lynn, come on now. Come on now, don't play me like that. All right, so at Pop Warner, how many years you been playing Pop Warner?
4.
4, and you enjoy it? You enjoy it? How's the experience been like?
Good.
Good.
Knowing everybody.
Yeah. Now, are you guys gonna take the battle of the city this year?
Probably.
Probably. Did you guys take it last year?
But we didn't come undefeated though.
Oh yeah. I don't know, man. You Westlands guys.
But we beat the Eastland
You guys beat the Eastland.
for the championship.
I think they let you get that one. Got to give you it's a sympathy victory. Angel, for yourself, man, what's going on in the fall? What you got going on? What you gonna be doing?
Playing Pop 1 and 2.
Playing Pop 1 and 2. And how many years you been playing that?
9 years.
9 years. Yeah. Feel like you've gotten better every single year you've been a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you also looking forward as you get older when you graduate from Pop Warner to when you get to high school. You looking forward to all that?
Yeah.
All right, Def. Well, you guys, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. You guys, Saturday, they're in Providence, Super Bowl. Also, they're All-Americans. Big for their age. As they get older, they'll be All-Americans again, and getting a visit to the White House. Well, this guy will be out, but they'll be going to the White House when they're All-Americans at high school and college, and then the pro. Look out for them. All right, guys, come back anytime. All right.
Okay.
All right, and good luck Saturday.
Thank you.
Athletes Corner, we out of here. Thanks those young men for coming. Once again, they'll be playing Saturday Super Bowl in Providence. So, if you want to check out some youth football, go check them out. Always good to support the future stars of Lynn, up and coming stars. We'll see them.
Poppy Shampoo, that's my boy right there.
Poppy Shampoo, he said, I'm Poppy Shampoo.
My boy.
He had the slick hair and all that too. His styling.
See you in a couple weeks.
Yeah. All right. I don't know how much time we got left, but we're going to run through this last stuff. So the NFL, talk about this league. So they put together a new rule, a new rule that you can challenge pass interference.
Oh, they actually put that into play?
They put that in place.
I thought they was considering
No,
it.
they put that in place, I think, the other day.
I'm probably done watching football.
I think that is the dumbest thing the NFL could do, because now, a play happens, it's bang bang, and you throw a flag, you'll challenge it. I think that's pass interference, and then you know how much I hate replay and how long it takes. So
I think I might be done with football, man. I might watch some games here and there, but I don't. Football's long enough.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna make it even longer?
Yeah.
I'm straight, bro.
And this is all the Saints' fault. This is all the Saints and their crying and all that nonsense. Because that game, they missed the pass interference call, but they also missed the pass interference call for the Rams too.
You know my problem? My problem is, just because society's getting super soft, keep these sports things the same.
Yeah.
Human error is part of athletics. That's part of what makes sports what it is.
Yeah.
That's why you always have more plays to win the game. You didn't lose off that one play.
I know, right? You had numerous times. First of all, you were dumb for passing the ball when you could have just ran the ball to kill the clock, but you want to pass it. And so that was that part. And you had the ball in overtime. And threw an interception. So there was more than enough opportunities for them to win that game. And now we're dealing with this. And it's just, I can already see it now. There's going to be so much complaining. It's going to open up a whole lot more.
You know what's crazy? I was told, in the coaching world, the best thing to do to get your way is to complain. But we're not even bred like that. We just deal with what we get put through and we move on. You know what I mean?
Me watching most coaches when they complain to a ref, like let's say in basketball, most coaches, if they're not getting calls, they'll complain to a ref, and they'll be like, "Ref, can I get some?" And then that'll be the end of it. That's it. Maybe they'll go into post game and just say something about the officiating, but not all the time. But usually most sports, the coaches will complain to a ref, so at some point in the game they could get a call to go their way, but not.
Because they know that's part of the game is human error. It's just part of how it goes.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous. But that's going to be in place, I think, this upcoming season. So, game's going to be longer. Tyreek Hill, those charges on him with the child abuse or whatever, those charges were dropped. They were dropped.
Congrats, bro.
Yeah, it's him and the girlfriend. There's like
man.
a whole lot of issues, but there's still him playing next year is still uncertain. There's still
that phone call was crazy.
Yeah,
that's why it's like, congrats, man. I'm glad you out the clear. Hopefully you didn't do anything to your child.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like that's.
It was crazy, but he's gonna meet with the league soon. I think in the upcoming weeks because training camp is right around the corner for a lot of these teams, and we'll see what happens with him. But
yeah, cuz keep working out there, man. I see you. I be seeing them pictures online. Yep.
He out there getting buff.
Yep.
All right, we got. We was gonna do World Cup, but not really.
The girls won.
Yeah, the U.S. team keeps winning, so that's our World Cup update. The U.S. women's team, they just keep winning. So I think the U.S. men's team, they're in the Copa America.
That's what it was?
Yeah, they're in the Copa America. They got a game against Panama. So, but U.S. women's soccer team, national team, they got a little thing going on. It's looking like they'll be in the title game again because they moved on. And
they play France next, though.
Yeah, France gonna be tough.
France.
Well.
So
you know what? Yeah.
They got to come play this game.
The French might do some sneaky tactics or something. I don't know. You can't trust the French. Some say they invented a nasty way to kiss.
That was a good one.
That's why some people aren't too fond of the French. I just lost my train of thought. Congratulations to the St. Mary's baseball team. They won the state title, Division II state championship in baseball. Congrats to them. We'll be back next week. I don't know.